Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Evil Genius. We are the evilest of geniuses of all time. And it would appear that we have one final area to go to. I believe it's the final one anyway. I kind of went looking through pretty much everything that we had available to us, and I believe that the last one that requires specifically workers is the Indian subcontinent, which is a risk 1, 30-second, 10 heat, 5 notoriety area to go into. So let's jump into it.
Mission underway.
Alright, Bruce the Dingo McGraw is a master forger, currently languishing in prison. His skill can't be faulted, but his common sense leaves something to be desired. He was only caught because he tried to spend his forged money before the ink had dried. Prison security is relatively lax, so a breakout shouldn't be difficult, and freeing McGraw will be an effective two-finger salute to the Saber agents that caught him. Damn.
Hello, David. This is Abdul Eye in the Sky, reporting on traffic from the top of an elephant. From up here, I can see a tailback ahead caused by a sacred cow in the road. There is also a tailback behind me caused by, well, by my elephant. Moving on to news from the subcontinent, the evil mastermind has struck again, despite the best efforts of Saber's colonial forces.
You know how it is, my friend. Alright. Well, we kind of scraped by, barely there, but we did it. And I believe that's all of them. I do remember being able to get some sort of ability to build a library by, investigating all these areas. At least I was able to before, but perhaps that's because I haven't killed these fools just yet. Might be hampering me in being able to unlock these corridors. But that's okay. I'm just thinking about, where we want to build the freezer, because the freezer will mean that we can avoid these guys altogether. Now, the problem is, you see this barracks here? If we kill people, up north, essentially, we'd have to drag the bodies all the way through. Also, why aren't these being... You guys. You silly guys. Oh, that's why. I figured it out. These were not level 2. Alright, I'm sorry. I needed to figure that out real quick. Alright, now we can get the doors operational and running. Yeah, whoops. Talk about 5-head. Alright, anyway. What was I talking about? Yes, the freezer. So, if we build the freezer up in, the top sector of the base here, obviously there's more risk of an agent going and finding it, but depending on where we're killing the agents, we want to ensure that we're not dragging them through all of the barracks, all of the bunkers, all the areas where we have troops. Because it's going to demoralize the troops as we're carrying the bodies around. And of course, the longer that the troop is carrying a body for, the person actually carrying the body will also be deteriorated from it. Now, more or less, you want to be not killing enemies. You want to be building a trap, having them get sucked in by the trap, and having difficulty remembering where they are, who they are, and all that stuff. And that's probably the most important thing overall. And we can do that by actually building real-ass traps. Right now we have access to poison gas, wind machine, confusing pop-ups, and crash test dummies. But later on we can get things other than the poison gas traps. Because as you can expect, the poison gas traps are kind of dangerous. Especially considering they are designed to murder people. As you'd expect. As you'd expect them to be doing. But again, our barracks is up here. Potentially, we could have a trap over here on the left. And then have our freezer in the bottom, and then we could just disable the traps by cutting the connection with the pressure plates, right? And essentially, we would want the enemy to be triggering the pressure plates themselves. But they could potentially shoot the pressure plates if they are given the chance to. And then it just becomes a whole mess. But essentially, the idea is... I'm trying to actually activate the traps. The idea is you'd want them to be in these wind machines, getting confused by, not poison gas, but rather confusion gas or laughing gas or whatever it's called in the game. I kind of forget. It's been a while. And then, essentially, if you want to kill them, you can. Or you can shut down your traps, send in what are called valets, which we can get very, very shortly here, now that we've essentially done everything that we need to do. We've gotten tons of money. We've researched basically the vast majority of the world, at least for stage 1 or island 1. Now we can focus on building these traps, setting our base up for the real deal, and obviously we're going to need to pull everyone out as we prep for the next phase, which will be when actual problems can arise and persist within our base. And this is where the game actually gets freaking hard. Obviously, if we didn't have this exploit, we'd have to play the game legitimately like real normal people. And then, of course, we'd be having our own fair share of problems, which fair enough, right? I'm not that familiar with the game, and hence why we're doing it this way, because I feel like it'd be more fun. Also, it's just, the weirdest thing is that this room never activated properly, I find. And I don't know why. I don't know what actually did that to make it not want to light up. Because as you can see, this barracks up here is lit up. This one's lit up. I don't even know, man. I guess what would happen if we demolish these? I wonder if it would fix a few problems for us. Maybe it'll light up the barracks. That or we'll have to destroy the barracks and bring it back. I don't think it would be too much of a problem because we're hit that capacity of 150. And since our notoriety is so high, the lockers are actually giving us more than they should. There you go. Now it's lit up. Okay, so to know if a room is legitimate or not, it needs to be lit up. Wait, does that mean this is not legitimate? It doesn't look lit up. But okay. And then y'all are just really, really angry. I see how it is. I mean, it does just keep them in that one spot, which is pretty awesome. So I don't really mind it too much. But it kind of makes the room look a little bit more questionable. I know we could just move these out of the way, right? But, it is what it is. I mean, I just kind of hate it. Thanks, I hate it. It might just be because of this fire extinguisher being there, but I don't know. Something to set this room off to make it not legit. Now, this room's not legitimate. What the flippity flap, wickety whack. That is a super weird bug. All right. New plan. Break it. Break the stuff. And then I think it's just because we have them on the borders of the rooms. That's got to be it, man. Oh, wait, never mind. Y'all, I'm crazy. I am crazy. Well, it's already gone. It's only when there's dudes in the rooms. Woo! Okay, that solved that problem. So these guys are just angry for no reason at that locker. There is nothing blocking these rooms. Everything that we're doing is totally legitimate and reasonable.
Object purchase order confirmed.
And no problems whatsoever. They're not blocked off. It's just these guys have decided, you know what?
Object purchase order confirmed.
It's this locker's time to die. I figured it out. All right, now we all know. Now we all know forever and always. That's too funny to me, though. Oh, my goodness. Okay, anyway, we got to figure out where this freezer should go. And again, like I was saying, I'm talking about traps. Like, the question is, should I build traps here? I'm not so sure. So I'm going to pause it for a little bit. I'm going to think about what to do, and I'm also going to double check all the areas. Also, let's check our objectives real quick. Looks like we have mostly everything complete so far, except for, of course, eliminating these nerds. So yeah, the moment we eliminate these nerds, we'll get freezers and anything that we've unlocked through doing our quests out there. That should also unlock some stuff as well. Possibly even more areas to plot. Because again, it's totally okay to kill these nerds. It's just the thing that will progress us is when we interrogate the maid, but the maid will not exist until a bit later. So yeah, give me a moment. Okay. I've been studying on creating a bunch of different traps out there. One that caught my eye was in evil rooms and corridors.wordpress.com/2010/01/22/evil genius. An idea for creating an entrance to a base that is deadly and devastating. And I was kind of thinking like, all right, well, this area here seems to be pretty harmless overall, right? Like we have some generators, sure, that could be a target. And we have our control room, which we could, of course, move deeper into our sanctum. So what if this area here is kind of like a dummy base, and then our main base enters in from the side here? Now, one of the downsides of doing this, obviously, will be the fact that we have our main bunker right here. And of course, since our notoriety in the world map is 55, we don't even need as many locker rooms now to actually get the troops that we need, right? Because even though we have it bumped up to capacity 150, it's not really costing us all that many locker rooms anyway. So there's a few options we have. We could try removing everything at the entrance of our base. Obviously, temporarily, we'd probably have to extend our base out here, because we can always just delete a corridor down here if we really have to. And then delete this upper room here, and all that stuff. Or we leave this all up as a dummy operation, and move our operation down here on the bottom left. Make some traps going in here, and then have our major secret base operations going on this side. And of course, we can make some more beds for some of the troops that have to go in here. But in this dummy operation, we can essentially just kind of leave it be. And then maybe rip some things out, add some new things. Like we could probably drop one of the bunkers here, maybe work on training more troops, stuff like that. I think it'd be a cool idea to have the secondary base. So let's try it out. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, we'll just have an extra entrance into our base anyway, which is totally fine. And we're going to try this out, because I've never tried it before. I don't even know if the bug is still in the game that allows us to do what's called a single corridor design, which sounds really, really cool. So I definitely want to try it out, and then we'll be able to get our freezers in here. That's one of the major things about it. It's also a very early game design, using poison traps, which later will be switched out for confusion traps. But the theory is that they will die in the freezer at the very end, and then our troops will be going through that same pathway, but into the base, and being relatively quote-unquote safe. Hopefully. We'll see, of course. I want to try it out. Maybe it'll be terrible, maybe it won't be. Who knows? I have a save file just before this, so if I mess up, actually I would like to double check. Load save. Our Quake save is right here, right? So just in case, we can always go back to it. Also, there's a nice little autosave here. I would like to save it too, actually. You know, let's go for a real save. I do like the name of Devious Plan. Before I ruin my base. My Mib. There you go. Now we have a save before we permanently destroy everything we've ever earned. Everything we've ever worked for. Alright, here we go. Now, if this doesn't work, I don't know what will. And this might only ever work for the entrance base over here, which does come with a corridor pre-installed. I'm starting to wonder, though, if this will work. So give me a minute here. Okay, just as expected, it doesn't come with a corridor, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We need to make a 2-wide corridor, it seems.
Construction unpaused.
There we go. Blowing it open. And now we can get to working on another corridor. Mwahaha. I'm really hoping this works. If it doesn't work, then it'll be a colossal waste of our time. But hey, I like experimenting.
Room construction unpaused.
Seems like a lot of fun to me. That's another area done. And now we are going to need a door. That'll be built right here.
Has been ordered.
Get that going on. It has to be a new door. It can't be one that's relocated, apparently. Boom, got ourselves a door, which upgraded to level 2 immediately. And then apparently, as the game saves, auto-saves, thankfully, we have to delete this section of the door. The left side. Yes.
Construction order confirmed.
And in theory, this should break the game and make it so we can have a single tile area, which I'd never known about this, which is crazy. I hope it works. Look, it's actually deleting both of these areas, and I'm assuming it's going to delete the door as well. And there you go. Well, ain't that fancy? A little time consuming to do this, but let me reconsult the guide and continue on here. Alright, and now we're supposed to add a barracks, a 2x2 barracks. And with that completed, we're going to need to do a bunch of tunnels. But this is going to be reversed to the pictures shown, so now I have to throw it. Well, I'm just going to throw it in Photoshop and reverse it, so give me a sec here. Alrighty then. Looks like we're going to need what looks to be corridor. So we are going to do what looks like we are ignoring the first row here. And we're going 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3. So 2 by 4. And this one will be 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. And looks like this section here is going to be 3 by... Well, we'll ignore the first 2. So from this point on, we'll be like 1, 2, 3. And then 4, 5, 6. It looks like. This goes 2. Oh man, hopefully we have enough space. The rest is going to be like for the exit, I think. We should be okay. I love how our henchman's over here just hanging out. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We barely make it here. Barely. What looks like to be 3 in the middle. And I know a lot of this is going to get deleted later, so I think we'll be okay. Kind of makes me wonder if we should have built the entrance over here. Well, that's why we always save the video game, you know? Just to be safe for the future. But that's okay. This is about as close as we're going to get. There's a little thing here that kind of sticks out to the side. I'm hoping we don't need that. Because that seems to be linking off to, like, something or other. So we should be okay. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Let's get our minions.
New room build order confirmed.
Building that away.
Room construction unpaused.
More hallways getting ready to go. And then we're going to actually have to expand this a little bit, it would seem. And this is actually extending out from our singular corridor. Crafty devil, I see. Look at it, just glitching out. Isn't that crazy? And this will be the actual corridor here. And again, this would extend out even further, but I think we'll be okay here. Again, if it doesn't work, I'll just do this off screen. And then reload that save, and then we'll just put it on the right. Because that's actually like, we need like 3 spaces going left, but I'm hoping we'll be okay. We'll find out. But I think you can kind of see what's going to happen here. We're going to make this, right?
Room construction underway.
And then we're going to deconstruct the big one.
Room construction unpaused.
And then we're going to have some crazy nonsense. Ooh. I have a feeling that the barracks was just made because this is actually done in the beginning entrance, but it's cool to see that this is you can replicate this with new entrances, and I'm assuming you can do this with anything. Like, it doesn't actually matter if that's if it's done like this or not, which is kind of cool. We could also maybe even design it going in like from here, right? Because I mean, sure, we could worry about people being in generators. But essentially, you know, the same concept could theoretically work going into this way. And I'm going to have our main base be in the south. And then it would still be connected with our main area, and we could just have all our secret shit behind traps. Pretty clever. I like it. Let's see, is it going to take 1 TNT or more? Oh my god, it only took 1 TNT. Go get him! Look at that. God tier. Now, we don't have freezers yet, and this includes freezers, and then, of course, we're going to kill the guys momentarily. Alright, look at that. And then we go deconstruct.
Room demolition imminent.
Oh, no! Oh, no, it's deconstructing the whole thing! Well, I messed up. Rip. Alright, well, mistakes were made. Let me see if I can recreate this real quick. BRB. Okay. So I moved it over to, and we're gonna save it. We're gonna go load save, but we're also gonna go save, and make a new one. Please don't F up. There you go. What a great save game. So I did try over here, by the way. It didn't seem to work. Maybe I did it wrong or something like that. I also tried sectioning it off with a door. Maybe that was part of the trick. It seems to be related to these entrances. So perhaps these entrances themselves are bugged to allow us to do these weird designs. But essentially what we did wrong last time was essentially I didn't initiate a deconstruct at the same time as this construction. And another thing is we need to make sure we don't touch anything once this has initiated. So we initiate this,
Build order confirmed.
then we confirm it,
Construction.
and then we deconstruct this, and then we don't touch anything. We literally just do not touch a single thing. And in theory, this will give us that single corridor, which is super cool. So let me just wait till that happens. All right, here comes the deconstruct. Again, I'm not touching anything. And the construction order has moved over into the corner, which is fine. Still blue, and again, I'm told not to touch anything as they bring over the TNT. Let's cross our fingers. It appears as one TNT is enough. The beep boops. Incoming singular line. That's so dirty that we can do a single line of this stuff. That's so funny to me. Oh my goodness gracious. We have a single corridor. I'm so excited. All right. Give me a second here. I must consult the guide. Okay, so next in our phase of trickery, we want to initiate a deconstruct of the barracks. This room cannot be deleted. Try moving any valuable objects the other way. Sir, you are too valuable to be deconstructed. Just, sir, please move yourself out of the location. Thank you very much.
Room demolition imminent.
I knew it was him this whole time. Look at you. Listen, you're too valuable. You can't just throw your life away like that, man. You can't just say that you want to be deconstructed. Don't go back in there. Are you insane? He just wants to be deconstructed. I can't believe this. Where'd you get those? You steal those from my private stash? God damn it. All right. When that's done, we can make another room right here. And when that's done, we can make our freezer, which is super awesome. Then, in theory, the idea is our boys come in here, right? Right. And then our main base will be on the left. I'm looking at this in reverse on the actual thing because this is actually completely backwards. It's reverse on purpose though. Dude, why are you? See how it is, bud. All right. Anyway, then our freezer is going to be over here, roughly. Over here. And then, yeah. Pretty much, we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. Okay, next, we're going to need to put down a poison trap, which will be right around here, it would seem.
Object purchase order confirmed.
I don't think I have to worry about this poison trap actually going off unless I have pressure plates set up for it, because I think that's the only way to actually get it going. And then in theory, our main base goes out here, and then this is going to be a freezer over here. Now, our freezer is going to be a little bit shrunken down. I saw the specs, but we should have just enough space. We're having a door right here, and then maybe a meat rack down here. and then 1 poison trap on the inside. And then we're going to have like wind blowers and stuff like that. It'll be cool. It'll be dope. And then this will be our base. We could also attach it to our main base. Ooh. But, I mean, that would be... The risk would be real, right? Because then, you know, any agents that go in through the main sectors and all that stuff, they'll be doing their thing. I can't believe they can actually get through here, no problem. Which is kind of funny to me. But I'm curious, like, how this is going to work out for us. Because I've never tried anything like this. Yeah, poison. Alright, don't get killed. Whatever you do. Now get out of there. What do you mean? You alright, bud? He's just not sure what to do. He's just stretching, living the dream, and then he gets poisoned. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, I guess, you know, this one's fine. We'll leave it there. We're not going to actually make it do anything. Okay, so now we're going to save it again. There we go. Did it actually work? Who knows? Hell, in theory, we could just delete the barracks and the corridor up here, right? And the stronghold, and then just have the main base be down here. And this be the entrance. I mean, sure, the first thing they see is the generators, and they'll be pissed when they get out of there, you know? But goddamn. Potentially, this could be the sexiest trap of all time. Now, do we have access to the blowers? That's actually one thing I'm curious about. We do! We get wind machine right off the start. Perfect. That's really all we need. Pressure pad, poison gas, wind machine, and then the freezer. Well, I believe door kickers have been going on for too damn long. And we've been collecting a lot of cheese on the background. Alright, where's our henchman? I know there's a button to actually access henchmen, but I actually don't remember what the hotkey was. So we'll just have to hunt him down. Wherever he may be. He's probably wandering my secondary base. As he would. That crafty devil. Hey, where is he, dude? I don't even know. Alright, give me a sec. Oh, never mind, I found him. Oh, I saw a glimpse. He really likes hanging out in the entrances. Okay, go get him, boys. Sayonara. Watashi wa samurai desu. That's my name. My name is Samurai. Omae wa mou shindaru. Nani? Nante yo? Sumimasen. Got him. Alright, we gotta monitor this kind of closely here. They're like doing no damage to him whatsoever. These guys must have an attack output of 0. Got him. Got him. Alright, a new sub-objective is available. Reports indicate that a trained civilian is holidaying on the area. Well, ain't that special? Well then, now we have a freezer. How cool is that?
New rooms are available for construction.
Woo woo. Okay. You want this to go as far in as we can. Now, on the bright side, we can just make as much room as possible for the freezer in general. So we might as well. I mean, it'd be a little bit of a tight corridor, but, you know, 'tis okay.
Underway.
Yes, we got access to the armory. That's the reason we get the armory now is just because we have to go interrogate the maid. Hopefully she doesn't burst into our lovely area. But even if she does, it doesn't matter, because she'll just be running around like a crazy person, saying she saw dead bodies or something like that. Pfft, maybe she just watched a really good movie recently. I mean, it's nothing to worry about. Alright, so we want a door right there, and then we're going to have these meat hooks.
Order confirmed.
But we'll be carrying a different kind of meat. And there we go. And then we'll turn these around. And I think the ones on the inside can be on the wall? I'll need to consult the guide. Give me a sec. Alright, looks like he puts it up right against the door. And again, he has actually a bit more space back here, but I think we'll be okay even if we don't have that extra bit of space. Hopefully. I don't know. Also, this thing is blocking the build order. Terrible. Literally blocking the build order. Okay, hold on. Delete it. Activate it. Then we get the El Poison. And then I think we get some trappies in here. And then we'll have a lovely entrance to our base. It's insane. In fact, it could become our permanent entrance to our base. Who knows? If we so decide to remove everything here. We are going to need to make another strong room, though, because I'm going to have to end up deleting this, and then maybe reconstructing them after we have a main stronghold in the back of our base. But this would be pretty sick, man, to have all this stuff set up. I've never seen anything like this before. It looks so cool. I've seen, like, the mutant traps, like, you know, like if you have, later on you get a mutant that's extremely dumb, and essentially intelligent troops will not activate pressure traps. They'll be mindful of them, but if they're tired or, you know, in a state of stupidation, I don't know, it's totally a word. Essentially, they'll trip on traps, and these ogre-like people that are mutated or whatever, they essentially will always trigger traps like 99.9% of the time, which can be very problematic for people in your base if you have them walking on traps, or you could essentially trap these people into a room, and they'll keep cycling and going into these pressure points over and over again. As you can see, there's an automatic move order to throw the bodies in here. Fair enough. Very reasonable, indeed. And let me go figure out where exactly these pressure plates need to be. And also there's some wind jets that we need to throw in there, too. Alright, I got the blueprint reversed and ready to go. So, first things we're going to do is the wind machine. Put that there and there. Thankfully, we have all the money. Oh, God! Delete that one. Yes! No. Take this one. Delete it. And then we'll get another trap. There we go. We want this up here. I don't care that we're wasting money. Someone probably spent $8,000 and then just crushed the box. I love how they destroy things too. It's kind of funny to me. But yeah, here's the wind pressure machines. There's also another one down here.
Object has been ordered.
That appears to be all the wind. Oh wait, no. There's another wind machine right here. I got your wind machine right here, punk.
Purchase order confirmed.
Perfect. Nice. I'm liking it. Again, in the actual build, there's a little bit of space here. Like this poison trap here. A little bit back a little bit. Or the door ahead a little bit. But again, look at the space we're working with right now. Not great. I know. Could be better. But that's okay. This is all theoretical. I'm just trying to learn all this stuff. Oh, man, you poor guys. They're all getting depressed by all this stuff. But, it's okay. It's okay, guys. Really, though, y'all should be putting these, on... Ooh, do not do that. Woo, okay. Y'all should be putting these, bodies in a different spot. Oh, wait, I have to right-click on these ones? That's right. Oh, my God, don't do it. It's the worst. You never know if you're clicking on the body or not. Ah, I keep forgetting. Why y'all like this? If I just zoom in real good? Nope. Okay, I guess if it says demolish, then we're having problems. I guess that's just the way of things. Oh, ooh, there we go. And then right-click it. Aha, we did it. All right, we're learning. Big newbie Akabane figuring things out. Okay, and then we want to do some pressure plates. So we'll have one here, one here, here, and there. And it also looks like right over here. Perfect. Well, that appears to potentially be all of them. And then I gotta figure out how exactly to set up this network of insanity. I think there actually might be another pressure plate up here, but I'm not too sure. So give me a moment. Alright, turns out I actually derped. I'm supposed to not have a door here at all. Wait, what? No, don't do that one. Oh my goodness. Well, whatever. Delete that. Unfortunately, these things just get in the way. Oh god, don't do that. So it's derping a little bit there. Okay, I don't think there's actually any wind blowers down here, is there? It's kind of weird if you think about it. Wouldn't you think there'd be wind blowers on this one? Oh, it's not possible. I see. I see. Reasonable enough. But it also looks like, yeah, instead of the door, we put 2 pressure plates in here. And then I'm assuming they will be triggering the traps in general. And supposedly these pressure plates are supposed to only trigger 1 windblower each. Except for the one up ahead here. So let's see. If at the escape button, we should be able to see El Trapperinos. We should be, like, attaching these like so. I'm just gonna wait for my dudes to get out of here, though. Alright. And then y'all should put more stuff in here. Anyway, I don't want to set up my traps just yet. Because, of course, we don't want our own dudes hanging out here and setting up these traps.
Object has been ordered.
In theory, also, when people come in here, I think we want to upgrade this to like a laser trap, so when people get slid through, it'll trigger more traps, and we can replace these guys with gas traps instead of poison. Well, poison is gas, but you know, the laughing gas, and then maybe even later on, like electricity traps and killing more dudes in here. God, there she is, wandering around. One thing I'm actually worried about is she's probably just going to wander into this entrance and be like, oh, there's a bunch of dead bodies in here. Whoops. Bad things do happen. But in theory, this is what it is. As you can see these little sonar signals in front of his eyeballs? That means that he is detecting that there are traps in front of him. And he is actively not triggering them. Because he sees them with his eyeballs. Perfect. The sonar eyes. Look, that guy. The guys that are actually like making the noise when they go over them, they are triggering the traps. They're the problem. They're the problem, bro. Which ultimately it could be a huge pain in the booty. Alright, there you go. Hell yeah. For some reason this one's just down, but the other one is like not visible. I don't know why that is. Doesn't exactly make any sense to me. And essentially now we can start worrying about making our prison, which would be very nice. We can do interrogations and things like that, which would be super cool. And yeah, theoretically, we're gonna capture this maid, who is just already inside the main base. I can't believe it. But guys, we're gonna save it for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a bit of a weird one as I was trying to figure everything out, but it was actually a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed it. And maybe in the future, we'll be real geniuses. Hell yeah. See you guys next time. Take it easy.